Hey, I'm doing Chase the Checkered Flag by Chris Johnson over here at Precision Concepts Racing right now. And I got a little special Chase the Checkered Flag. We're going to highlight one of our racing families. Now, I've known a lot of these lads, and of course Dad, since they're all little kids going through the National Hare and Hound and chasing it. But let's see here. This is, of course, for round number 9 of our motorcycle portion of the Rocky Mountain ATV MC WORCS Series. And, of course, my name's Chris Johnson, and I'll be your announcer this weekend and on Chase the Checkered Flag. And I'll back up a little bit second here. Of course, without our main sponsor for our 2022 season, Rocky Mountain ATV MC from Piston, Utah, the largest online racing superstore that you could ever imagine. Everything's available there: tires, racing fuel, and accessories, OEM parts. And a big thanks to our friends there at Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Dirt Bike Magazine, ATV Magazine, another couple of our fine sponsors on board. And we're over here, another one of our sponsors, Precision Concepts, for suspension. But our specialty this week on Chase the Checkered Flag, we're going to highlight the Lynn family. It is a racing family, but it comes all the way back to this gentleman with me right now. Come right up to here. Kerry Lynn, always great to see you. And you're a big part of our WORCS Racing family. Of course, we're a big part of your family as well.
Thank you, Chris. Yep, we love racing. We've been doing it a long time. This is what we do.
Well, you started out all the kids going to school, but of course, it goes all the way back to when you were in school too. And probably for building up physical strength for a lot of your kids, because every single one of them, including yourself, went through the wrestling ranks.
Oh yeah, we wrestle in the winter. Our racing messes up with the rest of the sports, so we stick to wrestling, plus it makes you double tough anyway.
It really does. And now, just a little background with the wrestling from the kids. A lot of championships come out of your kids, didn't they?
Oh, we've won a few times in wrestling, yeah. We seem to do a little better in motorcycle racing, but we've done pretty good in wrestling, yeah.
Well, now, taking a look at Tyler, of course. Tyler, the highlighter over here on Precision Concepts. He's our pro rider. But we got Dakota, never raced. He's watched his brothers grow up in racing. Now he decided to start racing.
Yeah, he waited until he was 17 years old before he got on a motorcycle, and now he actually races. He'll race like 4 times this weekend. He races more than all of them now. Isn't
that cool? Man, once you get the bug and once you get it hooked up, I mean, we got the whole family affair with us as well. So we're over here at Precision Concepts, and Kerry, without you and your involvement and your dedication and bringing your family, look at the success you guys are getting out of this, man. We're all proud to know you, that's for sure.
Well, thank you so much. We love racing and love to be here, and we're not quitting anytime soon. Grandkids, got 1 grandkid, so we'll keep on going.
All right, Kerry Lynn, of course, from Mona, Utah, and the whole family. And we'll talk to Tyler here in just a second. Thanks again. Good luck this weekend, okay?
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Glad we're here.
All right, Kerry Lynn. Tyler. Hey, Tyler. Always great seeing you. I've known you since you were on mini bikes. And your most favorite race in your entire career, which one was that?
Oh, funny thing you say that. I actually really love racing in Mesquite, and Mesquite's always been one of my favorite races. But I'd have to say my favorite was racing here in 2020. Let's see, it was the end of May. It was super hot, and it was just a good weekend for me all around and the family. And we always have fun racing here, so that's probably got to be my favorite for sure.
You're on 250s then, weren't you still?
Yep. That was actually my first year chasing the full WORCS series after a big break from when I was a little kid. But that was my first year chasing the full WORCS series.
Well, now also that same year, well, maybe it was 2019, you took the Pro 2 championship with NGP.
Yep, 2019 we started chasing the NGPC side of things, and I was able to get my Pro 2 championship that year.
Now you have a couple of national hare and hound titles as well when you're racing mini bikes.
Yeah, I won one in the super mini class, and then I won another one in the Pro 250 class, and those are my two.
Now, you have come from being an off-road only racer. Well, you still did a little bit of motocross here and there, but now you're getting to be quite the formidable Grand Prix racer. Here you are. You're running what, 3rd place in the points here with WORCS?
Yep, 3rd place in the points. Yeah, obviously growing up and everything, we raced a little bit of motocross, and when I was little, when I was 6, 7, and 8, we raced a few select WORCS rounds throughout those years, but other than that, we've been desert racers our whole lives, and pretty much we started racing the Hare and Hounds fully in 2016, and I raced nothing but desert up until about 2018, 2019, and then we jumped into the Grand Prix stuff, and then we left desert racing in whole. So, it's been a little bit of a challenge, but I've loved it every minute of it, and I feel like I'm gaining momentum, and so is the rest of the family too. So it's exciting.
Well, it's a whole family affair, and now the whole family's come on board. Even one of your middle brothers on top of that. Now Dakota's a little bit younger than you, right?
Yeah, Dakota's just a little bit younger, and yeah, we got the whole family on 2 wheels now.
Colton's the oldest, of course. Then it's you, then Dakota, and then it's Caden.
Yep, we got a few of us out here racing.
Okay. Anyway, hey, we wish you all the best of luck this weekend. And oh, by the way, Preston was off the charts, man. You were all over Dante for the first couple of laps. What happened to you?
He just was honestly faster. I didn't have his pace that day, and I tried everything I could, but he was just better than me. So we've been putting in work and getting ourselves better. So we're ready to go at it this weekend.
Tyler, best of luck this weekend, and want to thank everybody real quick.
Yeah, I just want to thank the whole Chaparral Precision Concept Kawasaki team. It's been an unreal year for my first year under the Cowie tent, and it's been exciting. I just can't thank those guys enough, and just the whole WORCS Racing crew for always putting on good events. So it's been a good year.
Talking about the experience it carries with both Bob and Robbie Bell over here in this camp, and I'm sure you just well, now Zach coming back on board, man. Welcome Zach back into the realm.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Having Bob, Robbie, and of course Zach, those guys got some serious knowledge behind them, and to have those guys right next to me and able to help me, it's been a dream come true. It's unbelievable what those guys have been through, and I try learning as much as possible and just soaking it all in to help myself in the future.
Stay safe, stay fast, stay smooth, and always good talking with you, and best of luck this weekend.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. It's always good talking to you too.
Tyler Lynn. Okay, come over here. There's Robbie Bell. Talk to Robbie here in a second. Robbie, always good seeing you. Now, coming from the pro level for many, many years, and then deciding I'm going to do just the Vet Pro stuff. Nobody's been able to touch you for the last couple of years in the Vet Pro.
Yeah, it's been a fun transition, obviously, because it brings, not that there wasn't joy in the pro class, but it brings some of that pure joy back into it. It's less of that expectation, so that's been the fun part. I wouldn't say no one's been able to touch me. I mean, Stover and I've had some good battles, Seeds and I back in the day. It'd be nice to get him back out there. It'd be cool to see, some more guys coming out and doing the Vet Pro stuff. Maybe we can get Sutherland back out here. But anyway, yeah, it's been a fun transition, and it's cool to go out and see the course before the pros hit it, so I can kind of have an opinion about, how things are going to develop over the weekend, and maybe have any input, just to help the weekend in general. So that's a cool side of it. And then now I get to watch the guys suffer for 2 hours on Sunday.
Another one that could come into the realm of Vet Pro would be Taylor Robert. Yeah,
he's not quite there. I mean, we'll see how he comes back from, just what's happened lately. That was a crazy journey for him. But hopefully, he's well on the mend by now, and I think he has goals of coming back racing full-time pro again. So, but yeah, once he's past that, it'd be cool to have him back out in the Vet Pro class.
Talking about coming back, Zach is back. He's just taking baby steps to get back into the realm, and he looks like he's feeling pretty good about it so far.
Yeah, his first race back was at Ridgecrest, and it went pretty well. He was just time on the track, and that's all he really wants right now. That's all he needs. So he's just been dipping his toes back into it. He hasn't been back on the bike fully for that long, so he'll get a couple hour races in this weekend and just get some more time on it under his belt, just with eyes on 2023. So it's great to have him back under the tent. Great to have 3 bikes under the tent again. So yeah, I'm feeling good about that, and yeah, we're in a good spot.
Well, talking about that, not everybody really realizes, but besides Precision Concepts, Chaparral Motorsports, Factory Kawasaki, your suspension with Precision Concepts, it spreads all over the place. I mean, Purvine uses your suspension, and so does Gainslinger. Who else jumps on board and uses Precision Concepts suspension?
There's quite a few people throughout the pits. I know Matt Maple uses it. The DC Yamaha guys use it. So yeah, we have quite a few riders using our suspension, and that's obviously cool to have that kind of impact, and it's good to have that feedback too on different brands. Obviously we're on the Cowies, we know them well, but I've just been testing recently with Clay on the Yamaha, and we learned a lot about that. So so it's good. It's really good to have other riders using our suspension and kind of utilizing them for testing new ideas and coming up with better specs. And I mean, that's what the industry is about, right? It's helping each other. So having those relationships is huge.
Well, on top of that, the experience your dad has, and I've known your dad for a long time, the record keeping that he keeps on top of everything is just phenomenal. I mean, even blows your mind sometimes, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's got a binder of fuel mileage that goes back years, and it may just look like scribble, but he'll go back through and 2018 at this round we use 1.6 gallons in 48 minutes. So it's awesome to have that record. It's taught me a lot. I haven't had to do that personally just because he's been so on top of that, which has been great. But it shows how that pays off. If you go to a round like when we first went to Sand Hollow, we learned a lot about fuel mileage in the deep sand, and then taking that to a place like this in Mesquite, we have that confidence for what our range is. So it shows the value of keeping those records, and what is it that Jocko says? Discipline is freedom. When you have the discipline as far back as he goes with keeping those records, you have the freedom to play with it when you come out to places that you kind of question what your fuel mileage is going to be. You have that data to go fall back on.
Well, it's probably scary, but your dad probably has records all the way back to Team Honda.
Yeah, I'm sure he does, and if not on paper, they're definitely in his head. He can bring up those stories at the drop of a hat. So it's cool to kind of rehash those here and there. I've gone back into the vault of my Baja stories a little bit recently, and it's fun to relive those stories and take little pieces of what you can learn and apply forward.
Well, talking about applying forward, I could talk with you all day long, and we have talked a lot, but Robbie, always great talking with you and your dad and a Precision Concept, and glad you're a big part of our WORCS Racing series.
Yeah, I mean, I have a huge history with the series going back, 16 years now? 06 was my first year. I don't think I've missed a round, at least being present at one. There's been a few through injury I didn't ride, but I don't think I've missed a round in 16 years, to be honest with you. So it's cool to have that kind of heritage with the series, and looking forward to having a really positive weekend this weekend. I know Tyler said he's one of his favorite places to race. I think our bike's pretty dialed, so I'm going to give him the platform to do his best this weekend and have a solid showing.
Have fun, be safe, and best of luck.
Appreciate you.
All right, Robbie Bell and Bob Bell over here at Precision Concepts, Tyler Lynn, and I'm going to pack up the camera and go on over to Purvine's and talk to the other part of the Kerry Lynn family. So give me just a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, back with the Lynn family here. One of the middle lads. This was the newcomer to the racing scene, Dakota Lynn. How you doing, bud?
Doing pretty good right now.
And What's the biggest thing you've learned this past year since you decided to come and start racing all the time?
Just know the full sends, you don't crash. That's important. You don't want to get hurt on the bike.
No, and you know the old saying, smooth is fast, and it really does. If you scale it down just a little bit and be smooth, then you don't crash, then you get to go fast.
Yeah, it's just when you're going smooth, it's a lot easier to go fast and just funner, and you're not getting all sketchy and about crashing.
Well, you got a busy weekend. You got 4 classes this weekend?
No, I only have 3. I have 2 tomorrow, then 1 on Sunday.
Well, we wish you all the best of luck. Thanks for coming and talk with us. And, of course, who's your racing hero?
Probably Tyler, my brother. He's super fast, and look up to him. He just, makes it look easy.
Makes it look easy, but on top of that, he's very humble about it, too.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't brag about his skill or anything, so it's good.
Dakota, thanks for coming on over and chatting with me. How about you, Colton? Now, this is the oldest of the Lynn boys, Colton Lynn. I think you probably started racing before everybody else, right?
Yeah, so I started racing when I was just 4 years old. My first race was actually in Washougal, so I'm 25 now, so I've been doing it a good 20 years, so.
Wow. But you were also a wrestler when you were growing up too, right?
Yeah, so I wrestled all through when I was going through school and throughout high school, and all my brothers are wrestlers, and we've enjoyed doing that too, but now me and Tyler, at least, we're done with high school, and Tyler's obviously focused on racing, and I'm just out here still racing my dirt bike and trying to have a good time.
And coming to the adult level on top of that. Now the thing is, you have a couple of businesses going. You started from scratch, and what are they?
So yeah, I started a screen printing business a few years ago, and I actually run that with my girlfriend, Bug. And she takes care of most of that now, and the last year I've been framing as well. I started a framing business, so I've been framing houses, and so we're staying super busy.
Your whole family stays busy. Of course, probably the busiest man that I know is probably your dad.
Oh yeah, he still works hard every day and gets all of us out here to the races, and we have a lot of fun out here as a family. So, but yeah, he's definitely a hard worker, so it's a good thing to look up to and something that we've all learned from him. So.
Now last year, of course, Tyler was on the Purvine's team, and all of you started jumping on board, and Ron helping all of you out. And of course, Tyler moved on to Precision Concepts just because the logistics worked out a little bit better. But in the meantime, you, your other 2 brothers, and your girlfriend are all part of the Purvine's team.
Yeah, so Purvine's Racing has been awesome. They supported Tyler, let's see, was the first year 3 years ago or so, but they helped him out a ton and helped him continue to progress in his racing career, and they're still helping my little brother Caden, and he's doing really good. And then my girlfriend Bug, she's actually only been racing dirt bikes for about 3 years now, but she races the women's A class now, and she really enjoys it, and she gets a ton of support from them too. But like you said, yeah, Tyler moved over to the Chaparral Kawasaki team, Precision Concepts, and they've been great with his program too. They've helped him gain more experience, and he's continued to make improvements, and we're definitely, all my family is very appreciative of the people who support everybody. So.
The unique part about this, okay, Precision Concepts, not only does the Kawasaki's over there, your brother races, but they also cover the suspension over here at Purvine.
Yeah, so I've ran Precision Concept suspension for a few years now, and it's been awesome. Super good stuff. We really like what they do for the sport, so they definitely have the experience and expertise, and they do a lot for the off-road community, so it's awesome.
Then on top of that, Ron stepped on board, grabbed the whole family, and supporting the whole family, along with, of course, Trevor Stewart. He's the highlighter of the team now. And then also Clay Henchfield on top of that.
Yeah, those guys are fast guys too.
Caitlin Kurt, she's coming back too.
Yeah, she's been hurt for a while, so that'll be good. Her and Bug battle it out every once in a while, so it'll be nice to have Caitlin back and get to keep watching all these guys do what they like to do. So got to enjoy coming out and just watching.
Well, always good talking with you and your whole family. We just love you guys. And best of luck. Have a good, safe, successful race this weekend. How many classes are you running?
I'm racing 2 this weekend. I'll race Junior Vet A on Sunday, and then Saturday I'll race 450A. So,
Best of luck. Colton Lynn, you're the second one on the list. Let's get Caden over here. Save the little lady for last. Now, Caden, man, our last race up there in Idaho, you checked out at the building. You had a great, that was one of your best races ever, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one of my best races ever, so I had to start in the 125 wave, and so I'm way behind everybody, but then I just put my head down and pushed hard and ended up second overall, so it was good.
That was good. Now, you, of course, on the Purvine racing team as well. Now, you're going to be moving up this weekend? Are you moving up to A class?
I'm going to move up and race the 125A on Saturday, and then I'm going to go to qualify and hopefully qualify for the Pro-Am class and then race that on Sunday.
Outstanding. Now, you as well came through the wrestling ranks when you're going through school, but you've been racing minis successfully for the last handful of years. You just jumped on board the 125 this past year.
Yeah, so I was on the Mini for the last several years, and I just started doing the GPs. Like 2020, I started doing the NGPCs, and then 2021, and this year I did full-time WORCS, and I love it, but now I'm on the 125, and it's definitely better.
Definitely better, and you're really showing your colors on top of that. Anyway, Caden, really good talking with you and your family, and best of luck this weekend. And let's get the bug over here. You want to thank anybody?
I'd just like to thank my mom, my dad. They just have helped me get into racing and everything. So, and then I'd like to thank Ron Purvine, Colin Woolsey, and the whole Purvine racing team, and just Pure Adrenaline and 60 Dunlop and everybody else. Thank you.
All right, Caden Lynn. This is the youngest of the Lynn family. The other part of the Lynn family, but she doesn't have the Lynn last name. It's Riley Bryan. We call her the Bug. How you doing, hon?
Good.
The newcomer to our sport. Of course, you're the girlfriend of Colton. On top of that, you decided about 2 years ago to start racing. You're already up to A class? Test.
Yeah, they quite literally just put me on the bike and told me to figure it out and sent me.
You all get to travel together. You all get to help each other out and support each other when everybody else is out on the track. And it is a good, solid support group out of your entire.
Effort, and we have a lot of fun doing it together, so I couldn't.
And so Caitlin Kurt's coming back on. She had, of course, knee surgery, and you had some great battles with her as you were climbing through the ladder as well.
We I'm really excited for her to get back to it and race with her all year next year.
Okay, we got the bug. Always great seeing you and talking with you. Best of luck. Tear it up this weekend. And you want to thank everybody real quick?
Yeah. My family, my parents, call behind me.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Riley Bryan, good seeing you. And best luck. Now, I'd like to remind everybody, too, this weekend's racing is going to be covered on our WORCS YouTube channel. Be sure to highlight on the bell. And also, we have live drone coverage on all of our WORCS Racing coverage as well at WORCS YouTube. And then, of course, we have the live streaming that goes as well with WorcsRacing.com. And we got a little pile up on the uphill going out to the desert. This is our first full course unclassified practice. And of course, yep, weather a little bit warm today. We're going to look into the low 90s, of course. And last weekend we got to the mid 90s, and it was pretty sketchy there for a while. So I'd like to remind everybody, please hydrate. Turnout for the motorcycles, more than we expected. It's a great turnout this weekend, and over 700 pre-entries, and we're looking at probably close to 1,000 by the time we're done. So definitely a good weekend here at Mesquite MX. Yeah, a guy cut right in front of me. Oh well, right in front of the camera, didn't know it. But with that, let's get to all of our fine sponsors. Of course, Rocky Mountain ATVMC, our title presenting sponsor for our series. Without them, there's a lot of things they cover. Beautiful shirts that we get to wear. They have a lot of startup cost. They support our racing unbelievably well. So please check out online Rocky Mountain ATVMC. Buy all your products, all your accessories, your OEM parts through Rocky Mountain ATVMC. Dirt Bike Magazine, Dirt Wheels Magazine, KTM, Husqvarna. We have 2 motorcycles. We have a SX85 for little guys that will be drawn, must be in attendance at the awards banquet December the 3rd. And if you've competed in 6 or more of the events, your name will be put into a bucket, possibly drawn at the awards. You must be present at the awards if your name's drawn. Last year, one of our riders was not there. He got his name drawn, did not win the motorcycle. Husqvarna, the same thing with a great 350 Husky, and that's in combination of both WORCS Racing and Husqvarna. Same thing goes for the 85 SX. KTM and WORCS Racing puts us together to have a motorcycle drawn at the end of the year. So big thanks for that. In-house, Rusty Holland and John are in-house with Hoosier Tires. Wiseco Performance Products, UTV Action Magazine, Dynajet Research, VP Racing Fuel. You can buy on our WORCS Racing website, order VP Fuel, and have it delivered at each and every one of our races. Scott USA, Polaris Razor, Havoc Eyewear, Elka Suspension, Tire Blocks are highlighting Precision Concepts this weekend, of course, over there for suspension. Fly Machine Factory, Malcolm Smith Racing Products, Motocross Action Magazine, Method Race Wheels, Moto Effects. You'll be checking out our drone coverage from Felton with Moto Effects. River Rat Motorsports, Firehawk Protective Services, and BF Goodrich Tires, just to name a few. IMS Plastics and Proline Graphics for our graphics company.